also made a couple of comments early in the year about that he thinks bodybuilding should be tested for steroids going forward, and basically become a drug-tested sport going, in the future. Again, he caught a lot of flack for that. People outraged, they call him a hypocrite because he did it when he was compete. So, have you heard those comments that he made?
Yeah, that's a weird comment. I didn't hear him say it, but I heard that he said it.
Right.
And if he did, that's strange. I don't want bodybuilding to be drug tested.
You don't?
No, like, I don't want to see somebody on the Olympia stage. First of all, I don't want to fly across the country, spend all of this money on this event to see guys that I'm bigger than. Nah, I want to see freaks. You know what I'm saying? I want to see greatness for that sport. You know, listen, I don't agree with that. You know, I don't agree with that. Listen, these guys like Arnold, he's up there in age. He's had his period of doing whatever he did, and then he stopped. Or maybe he's still on, you know what I mean? When you're older, you should be on HRT. But here's the thing, like, there's so much information out nowadays. These guys can do this safe, you know what I'm saying? When people ask me, yo, I wanna do this, I'm like, it's usually young, they're like, get the f out of here. No, you're 19, you're 20, you're not even fully developed yet, you know what I mean? And I tell people, when you become, if you do have a low testosterone and you have all of the symptoms, you should go see an endocrinologist, see a doctor, and have it prescribed.
But it's to bring it to the normal levels. You're talking about. You're talking about to bring it to normal levels, testosterone.
Yeah, but most people are operating. I have friends who are 250, look great, may not feel the best, with low testosterone. You know what I'm saying? People you probably think is on gear and they're not, right? If they brought their shit up to normal, they're gonna look fucking phenomenal. They're gonna look even better, because here's the thing. Testosterone is not the end all to people being jacked and being in shape and all of that shit. Your lifestyle, how you're eating, how you're resting, how you're training, that's the end all. The testosterone is gonna knock it up. You know what I'm saying? So there's plenty of people with low testosterone that looks good. I know these people, you know what I mean? So I know that I have really close friends. We all go get blood tests. That's a thing in my circle. Because that's the only way to really know how healthy you are. That's why I changed my diet when I did, because that was the first time I got my blood test, a complete blood panel, and my shit wasn't that good. It was based on my eating. I was eating way too much food, and I was too heavy. So, but I felt fine for the most part, looked great, but you don't know if you're not getting blood work done, you don't know if something's wrong until it's too late. Really bad pain, and you gotta go do this and do that and go to the hospital like, yo, what's wrong with me? You could be checking that, you know, and be preemptive. Right. But back to that issue, I don't think bodybuilding should be drug tested. It wouldn't be as dope. Like, that shit is amazing. Like, I have no desire to be as big as Phil Heath or Kai Green, but I love watching it as a sport. You know what I'm saying?
Every year there's like a debate. Why is bodybuilding not becoming mainstream sport? You know, I'm sure you heard that before. People say, why isn't it happening? And one of the theories people say is because it's blatantly steroids are involved, right? Because the physiques look so big. Do you think that can be a reason why it's not becoming, or do you think it's boring for most people? Listen,
all these sports steroids is run rampant.
I agree with you.
Every now and then guys get caught. It's okay. I think it's fine. Leave the shit the way it is. They don't need to be mainstream. What the f you want to be mainstream for? Just like boxing wasn't mainstream, and it's not mainstream. But if you're a boxer and you're doing well, you're making tons of money. Floyd Mayweather became a billionaire from a sport with no endorsements. So who cares? I don't care, you know what I mean? People shouldn't need or want approval from the mainstream. That shit. If people want to judge, people that judge. That's how I see it. Because I don't judge nobody. You know what I mean? Hey, live your life, just don't bother me. People should be able to do whatever they want to do, as long as it doesn't hurt other people. You know what I'm saying? You're not infringing on other people's rights or freedoms or happiness or peace. But let people do what they want to do. Who cares? I personally don't care. But as a fan, I don't want to see it. I wouldn't go to a drug-tested bodybuilding show, because I don't want to be bigger than the guys, you know what I'm saying?
So how do you feel about people that say, well, back in the 80s or 90s, they used to be beautiful physiques, and now they look terrible? Have you heard that before?
I don't think they look terrible.
But you've heard that argument.
Yeah, whatever. They look great. They look cool. It's some guys just look weird, but it's shoes like that back in the day too. But they look, for the most part, I think it looks great. For bodybuilding, it looks great. Listen, bro, I'm cool with it. I think it's cool. It's fine. There's a certain style of bodybuild, of a physique that I would pick to win, but that's about it. I have preferences on who I think should win and shit like that, but I think it's fine. These guys are fucking freaks. It's very impressive to be 250, 260 and no body fat.
Of course.
It's very temporary, but it's a wow factor to it. You take that away, that shit is bodybuilding's gone.
Because men's physique
you can
would not be able to...
put me on a record. Take away steroids from bodybuilding and all of because you mentioned men's physique, because they're doing just as much, if not more.
Right.
Then the sport is all gone. It's not gonna be cool anymore.
But also the lower divisions are not gonna be able to carry the sport without the...
But no, if it's gone, it's all gone.
Completely gone.
You think the lower divisions are not taking steroids?
No, I'm sure they
are.
Take steroids.
They're taking a lot. It's just they don't eat as much as the big guys. Look, steroids don't make you big. Food makes you big, okay? Right. There may be some compounds that help you with your appetite.
Right.
The way you train will increase your appetite, of course. But those guys, it's a job, bro. It's a job to eat. That's part of the job. You ask any of the top guys, a lot of them are my friends, what are you most looking forward to when you retire? They say, stop eating so much. I can't stand it. I'm dead, bro.
Yeah.
That's what makes people, food makes you big, not steroids. You know what I mean? Steroids helps you recover. It does certain things. There's so many, do your research. People don't research shit. You know what I mean? And I was ignorant to it years ago. You know what I mean? I used to think anybody with abs and veins was on steroids until I did my first real diet. 2 weeks in, I had abs and veins. I was like, oh, okay, it's the diet. You know what I'm saying? So there's a level that you won't get to without steroids.
Right.
But people that want to do that, they should do it. If they're not doing it through a doctor, then they have to know that they're breaking the law. And if they can get away with it, do what you do. It's your risk. If you go to jail, it doesn't affect me. You know what I'm saying?